When we started Pedlars, it never really occurred to us that this was an odd place to have our business. We're 8 miles from the nearest shop. But it just kind of seemed to us that it was a good place to have it because it was where we lived.
If you think of our location, if you kind of go to a book that's got a picture of the Highlands and stick our building in there, that's exactly where we are. It's exactly what people imagine, really.
Well, beautiful doesn't really cover it. There's not another house in sight, there's trees, there's a most glorious mountain out of the back. People come walking up and down here and they're always friendly and chatty, and they pop in sometimes, maybe want to buy something, which is quite unusual. I have the most perfect commute you could ever wish for. A beautiful, beautiful journey. It's about 13 miles from home to here. Just no traffic, no nothing. Squirrels, deer, lovely.
It's a beautiful place to work. The building is incredible. The drive up is pleasant. And I get to be out here in the fresh air every day.
I like working here because of the people, really. They're all so friendly, really great, and it's dead easy to get to work in the morning. You don't have the usual motorway traffic and everything, and the winter is quite, how would you put it, quite
a challenge.
Yes.
It's only with the benefit of hindsight that I realised it was an odd or even foolish place to have an office. Particularly during the winter when the roads are blocked. Sometimes we take up to 1,000 orders a day, and we have a lot of team here over the sort of Christmas sales period. And sometimes we have to use a fleet of Land Rovers to ferry people to and from the nearest village.
Well, there's always sleeping bags on the shelf and dog beds, so we'd be fine if we can get out one day. We'd be fine, and there are kettles, and yeah, we'd cope.
Kind of inadvertently, Pedlars Towers, the stable block, has become the sort of heart and soul of Pedlars, and I think that we tend to attract people to work with us who appreciate the countryside. I mean, sometimes when we interview people here, they come up here and they take one look at it and they turn around and they say, this just isn't for me. You can't pop out for a sandwich or to buy a sandwich at lunchtime. You've got to not mind getting your feet muddy. We share the office or the office building with 6 horses. So you've got to be kind of someone who I think is into the country, maybe into walking dogs.
I go out walking at lunchtime with the dogs. If you go out the office and turn right, go through the gate and turn left, there's some lovely walks down there. They have a blast. It's a nice long walk out there.
The team between them owns something like 23 dogs working at Pedlars Towers. And we are probably one of the few offices in Britain that has a tailor-made kennel. So if you want to bring your dogs in and there's no room left in the office, we've got a kennel behind with 6 luxurious, well-appointed little kennels for dogs.
One of my dogs, the old dog called Chulu, has been coming to the office since I've been here and sits under my feet and gets in the way most of the time. The youngest one is only he's 12 weeks old now, so in time I'm sure he'll become an office dog, but not quite yet because all our computer cables will get too useless, I think.
I personally work here because I think it's a close-knit family. It's not just a company, it's sort of a little family. Scenery is spectacular. I used to work for an oil company, so it's a bit different from an industrial estate.
As Tony said, it is like a little family. We all get on very well.
I can constantly hear dogs barking, or there's a lot of sheep buying. Like, I hear a lot of sheep. It's quite a nice thing. It's quite, odd if you're just sat emailing people and all you can hear is big herds of sheep.